What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the shop. My name's Jake for those that are new here, and this is my dad's mechanical shift at 1070 here, and we're gonna start pulling off some things here in the fuel system to be able to get it looked at and get it cleaned up, hopefully, and be able to hopefully get to where we can see what the engine will do. We still have yet to get a starter for it, but that is in the works hopefully here before too long. Still have the valve cover here at the center that we need to take a look at as to why they dug into that. But hopefully this will be a start to a mini parts series to getting this thing going. Another thing that we want to do is we want to pull this nose off to see what we could do to straighten up all this. So depends on what we get to here in this video, but let's get started, see what we can get into. All right, first things first here is I want to pull this line off because it is too short, obviously, and mud daubers have gotten into this line. This is the return line. It's of course too short, so we're gonna have to pull that out. And then fuel supply here, for whatever reason, they have this piece added in here, so it's plenty long, but I think it would reach up here. So I haven't gotten that far yet, but at least this one is sealed up here. Nothing too is, there's only one filter here, so I believe we should be okay, but we probably ought to take this one off, or this off, and clean it up. So then we'd have to undo the supply line from the pump here up to the filters then. So I'm gonna get a wrench and pull this off first. Oh, doesn't take much to do anything with that. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Mud daubers have had havoc. So it looks like definitely pulling this off. So I'll pull this off. We're gonna be getting new filters anyways. That's gonna be our best shot at doing anything anyways. So we'll see if anything's in this one. Yeah, there's a little bit. Doesn't smell too good. All right. And like I just observed, the one that was open, it's got mud daubers all through it, so good thing to get this thing off and get it cleaned up at least. Don't think that valve is on back there. Nope. Good thing. Someone did not do this ferrule any good. As you can tell there, that one needs replaced. Someone stuck that one on there crooked and then proceeded to put things together. So gonna have to replace that one for sure. As you can tell, I made a little dribble on the floor when I let go of this thing. So obviously there is some fuel in this line. For now, I'm gonna stick this straight up. We do want to pull the fuel tank off of this thing, so probably want to do that here fairly shortly. I'm going to move to the back here and I'm going to start trying to get this fuel tank off. I'm going to have to get the rear window open because I'm going to have to reach through and be able to get to these bolts here. I believe I should be able to get those, and then everything come apart here, hopefully. The fuel tank is going to have to come up and out because of there's a trap right here for water. I'm going to have to undo the wiring for the fuel sending unit as far as fuel level. So and of course the return line that's over here, it's going to have to come off. And there's like an inch of fuel in the bottom of this fuel tank, so have to be thinking about that. The valve is closed over there, so that is a good thing there. So we're gonna have to find a way to either get everything shifted over to the other side, or we're gonna have to put a temporary plug in that. So anyways, I'm going to put you all on time lapse, and I'm going to crawl up in the cab and get the window open, and we'll start pulling out bolts here to be able to hopefully get this fuel tank out. All right, got all the bolts out of this piece here. It seems like they siliconed it in, so I don't know exactly what to do at this point. There is a black piece that basically shields over the backside. I'm wondering, and I haven't done any research yet about seeing if these bolts are what's holding that in, because if it is, I'm gonna pull them out. And hopefully that pulls we'll be able to pull that piece out, and hopefully. All right, got our parts book out. Got a cover that is going in here. It's got 4 bolts into it, and probably longer ones that go in there when it has a cab, but got that cover we can pull out. It depends on which cover it is. But it could be just 4 bolts in the side, or it could be the 4 bolts in the side and then 2 pegs out front. So I think the way it looks to me is that it's probably this one here, because there is 2 studs that are sticking out here. So I think that's going to be our best bet, and being able to pull that out and be able to lift straighter up with the fuel tank and get it pulled out with that water trap being on the bottom. So that's what I will do. Alright, so here's that bolt. Goes in this side. there, and then one down below. This side I'm gonna have to use the wrench on the lower side. There's one. Come up there. And that one don't seem to be wanting to go anywhere. Neither does that. Well, we'll try the other side. I wasn't too happy about that one. There's another one. Hitting the tank over here. All right, off camera here, I've taken the seat loose and gotten it moved. I need to get it out. Really need to get the 2 inches of dirt below that seat out of there. Still got the this piece still up in there. I have a couple of bolts that did twist off. We had this one here that twisted off, and it's only sticking through there, I'm sure. But maybe if we get it turned sideways, it's gonna be kind of hard to do that, but it is got one that is twisted off on this side also. But I think maybe we could get lucky and get things weaseled out of there, but I need a second person to hold on to the bolts on the bottom side at the corners for this plate, because they're bolted, it's bolted to the floor too, but the bolt is just spinning when I'm on top, so need a second person down below to be able to do that. And there ain't no tank strap on this thing, but I am able to move this thing, so we are gaining. I just need some more room here to be able to get this thing out, and I don't know if we're gonna get it with this bolt being twisted off down in there and the other side at the bottom. So that's water.
Water, or is there antifreeze?
I don't smell that it is antifreeze.
Would make sense that there's some water in it. You know what I mean? oil now?
I'm still seeing water. Yeah, that's mostly.
Wonder what that did to her dipstick then. Think it got it closer to where it ought to be? Cause you remember you said it was reading overflow?
Yeah, it
I
was
like, well,
overfull.
there's a good sign that there's some water down at the bottom of it then probably.
Well, I would say that the top one doesn't have anything in it, but the bottom one looks like it does. That's what I would say anyways.
The thing don't automatically flip over.
Alright, we went ahead and took the return line off of the fuel tank here. Got the fuel supply line off, and I got the fitting out of the bottom of the tank here. It's draining at this point. So that complete setup, I got it out. Working on trying to get the water trap fitting out, and also the return line fitting out, so then we can get a little bit of room here. Since we're not able to get that piece out, I got a ratchet strap going to the top side of the cab, and got it pulled up hopefully enough to be able to weasel everything out of here. I know that it's not what we really wanted to do, but with two broken off bolts, we don't know what else to do with the fuel tank being in there, because I had the idea of taking a torch and blowing a hole through, but with the fuel tank in there, that's not really a wise choice there. So done a little bit of lifting here and was realizing that if I had all the fittings out, I think I could just slide it all out. So that's what I'm working on right now. Catching a little bit of fuel that is coming out right now of the fuel tank with that. Still made a small mess on the floor, but we're catching with whatever is coming out right now. But for now, I'm going to try to get the fitting, return fitting out, and the water trap fitting out, and go from there. Alright, don't laugh at my rig there, but I got a fuel tank out, which is an awesome thing. There for a while, I didn't think I was going to get it out. I think this fuel tank has been out before, because someone's tried to rig a strap in there once again, and I believe we have a good chance of getting all this cleaned out, and now we can get to our bolts that are twisted off, and I think we could be able to just take a grinder and cut it off, and then we could do what they did too and weld a new new weld nut basically on there. But as per usual, there's 50 years of dirt and grime and mud daubers. So, you know, that's one thing. So now we have a chance to clean out the tank. I did have a problem with trying to get this one out. No more than what that was of getting those out. It'd probably be a good thing to go ahead and replace all those while we have it out and no fuel in it. That would give us the best chance there. The whole reason of taking out this tank is to be able to get this cleaned out enough, because we had to blow air backwards in order to get whatever was in the line freed out so we could drain it more. Still had to have a mess back here, but now we can replace the two lines, the return line and the fuel line itself. We still need to get this cleaned up some way, somehow. Our best bet is shooting some brake cleaner through all this. I don't know what it takes in here. I don't know if brake clean would mess this up, so we might have to pull that off. I'm not totally sure. We'll have to do a little research in the service manual. We do have a little bit of grime right in there. We tried to pick at it and we weren't having any luck. But we're trying to save as much as we can. But we've been told by the auction that it needed an injection pump. So we're hoping that it does it. If anything, it had a bad fuel system, but that's our best hope anyways. If not, well, we'll have to put a little money into an injection pump. But for now, one thing that we did notice on this one here is it's going to need about every cable. It needs a hand throttle cable, PTO cable, most likely a 3-point. Not totally sure on that one. It's we haven't tried that. Could need a draft sensing cable too. Not totally sure on that. The handle is frozen in place right now, so we have not messed with that either. A lot of these controls are kind of stiff, you know, which is understandable with sitting around. So anyways, I can do at least some cleaning here. I can get the studs out for the fuel tank strap that is obviously not here, and we can go from there. All right, with the fuel tank out, I believe that this is going to be the end of the video here. Be sure to check in for another video here, hopefully pretty shortly. So with that, thank you. It sure does mean a lot. Give the video a thumbs up if you like this sort of content, and subscribe so you can keep up with this project. And as always, we will catch y'all on the next one.